here we go with 192.
And let's start out. Happy New Year's to everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say 191 was published December the 28th, and that was our Christmas episode. It had a heavy Christmas vacation theme to it. So I guess this would be our New Year's episode.
Is there any movies that you can think of that are centered around New Year's, like there is for Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving? Is that one of the holidays that is just... And you can't say Ghostbusters.
Yeah. With the Ghost, that was Ghostbusters 2, wasn't it?
That was part 2.
Yeah, that was New Year's. I'm sure there's movies that have New Year's in them, but like not prevalently,
Not themed to the whole movie.
like it's promoted with Christmas. That's true. I never thought about that. And sometimes the movies that have Christmas and New Year's, it's a Christmas movie that also has New Year's in it.
Yeah, most of the time because it's
kind of a package.
It spans over multiple
I'll have to think on that. Maybe do some research. Maybe our listeners want to let us know. We have a voicemail line that you can call and leave a message or text. It is 662-767-4487 or 767 hits.
Yeah.
I don't know why it worked out that way. It just did. Speaking of last episode, I announced that Killj had a big New Year's Eve show in Bessemer, Alabama.
And man, it was great.
It already happened because as we record this is January the 8th, 2023. Our first episode of 2023.
Yeah.
So we got the jump on this one. We really...
Yeah, we had talked about doing it.
We really walked in the door of 2023 like, sup.
We had talked about doing it right after the show, but
I knew better.
We really wasn't functioning that day.
Nah. It was a good show. We always have a good time at the mill. They treat us really well. We had a really good time. And I do have a couple of Killj related announcements. And if you're just tuning in to the show, like overall, not only am I one of the hosts of Real Pop Culture, but I am the lead singer of a band called Killj. And that's my shameless promotion, Bill. A lot of our longtime listeners are like, "Oh, really? You sing for Killj?" Oh, I would have never guessed it. You only talk about her.
Surprised over here.
I know. What a shocker! What a spocker! We finished recording our new album. It is done with the recording process now. You got a drink since your phone went off.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I'm sorry.
But
I even put it on.
Now there's a lot more to an album than just recording it. That's the main part, though, is done. There's still a lot of stuff, which half the songs have already been mixed and mastered. We just got a new mix in today. That's what happens. You send it off to whoever mixes and masters your music, and in our case, it's John Purifoy from Roses Unread. He sent us back a mix today, and what he does is, he sends you the mix, you listen to it, you make notes, you send it back. He'll send you a second mix, and you kind of go back and forth until you get it just like you want it. I think this was the second. The next one's probably going to be the final because that second one sounded almost spot on. Yeah, I just had one note, and
that sounded really good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about everything. I don't want to jinx it by putting a date out there, but the wheels are turning, and we're closer to being done than we are from starting.
Yeah. We'll just say, look out, 2024, here we go.
No. I promise you it will be 2023. Hopefully fairly early 2023. But again, we haven't even had that discussion yet, so I don't want to speculate. What else? To celebrate the wrapping of the recording process, we did a thing, and should I tease it or announce it? Because we don't know what exactly the way we're going to release it.
Well, I teased it on Snapchat last night.
Okay, so it's out there that we went and did a live room session at Rob's studio, which basically is like an online concert.
It's like a practice, a gig.
It's a gig for the internet, basically. I don't know if we're going to release it as like a concert like we did the last time. The last time we did one of those 2 years ago. I think they released the whole thing. This might come out in separate songs. I don't know yet. But that was just kind of the reason we did that, was to kind of celebrate the fact that, hey, we finished the recording process. Everything else is kind of in other people's hands, except for some of the artwork. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to do after you finish an album to have it done. Let me pull up my notes here before I bore people to death with Killjoy stuff. We don't talk about wrestling on here much anymore. Because we just haven't watched wrestling like we used to. You said you had heard that WWE is for sale, and I looked it up, and they announced 2 days ago that Vince McMahon is back from retirement and trying to sell. And this article says 5 potential WWE buyers now that Vince McMahon is ready to sell. Which Vince McMahon's in his 70s, so it's time for him to retire.
He's really starting to look his age, though. You know, for the longest.
His face, definitely.
Yeah.
But hell, like 5 years ago, he posed for Muscle and Fitness. Let me just scroll down to the potential companies, because I thought this was interesting. Comcast.
I didn't really know Comcast was still a thing.
I heard a rumor a long time ago that Disney, and this is number 2, Disney was looking at buying WWE. But I don't know what they would do with it. Would they just leave it like it is or would they try to Disneyify it?
How do you Disneyify wrestling?
Well, whenever they acquired Star Wars, everybody was like, "Oh my God, they're going to put Mickey Mouse ears on the Stormtroopers."
Yeah, that was the big joke.
This may start a huge internet fire, but they didn't really mess with it. It didn't seem like that much. I mean, some of the stuff Disney's released is better than some of the stuff pre-Disney.
That's what I was going to say. If anything, they upped their...
Those Disney...
They got that Disney money to put stuff in it.
Are doing really well. So...
And it's like they're not afraid to release more content, which is one thing that...
How is some of your messages silent and some of them not?
Because some of them set up on emergency.
Oh, yeah, you said you had a family chat thing. Okay.
So... But yeah, they're not afraid to release more and more shows because they got that Disney money to do it with, and the studios and everything they need. So it was actually a good thing for Star Wars, I think, anyway.
I mean, look what we got. If nothing but The Mandalorian, you know? And there's been other good stuff. I haven't watched Andor yet, but I've heard really good things.
I've seen some of it, and it's really good. And what I was reading earlier said that it's probably one of the best Star Wars spinoffs, which I don't know who was saying that really, but I just found that interesting.
The thing is, when WWE was at its height was the Attitude Era. And they've been, since Vince left, they've been slowly trying to not resurrect the Attitude Era, but get a little more edgy. But I don't think Disney is going to do that. You know, they'll definitely keep it family friendly. But like you said, they may put a bunch of Disney money in it and make it great again. Next up, I've never heard of this.
Endeavor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
To sell to Endeavor in terms of stability of the WWE as a whole. Oh, Endeavor purchased UFC. So that's evidently this is another one that I didn't think about, but doesn't surprise me, is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been paying, I think, like $1 billion per pay-per-view to do a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. And remember, well, they did that big Ultimate Royal Rumble where they brought back like all those retired big names, and they paid them like just an ungodly amount, like literally like what would it take to get you to do another match? And you had people that, like I said, have been retired, like Shawn Michaels and Triple H and Kane and Undertaker, and didn't Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar, and which he's back now. But there's a bunch of big names that they got. They've got a lot of money, and they definitely love some WWE. So, who knows? Here's another interesting one: Dwayne Johnson. You know, either bought or was trying to buy the XFL, the rights to it. You remember that the football league that Vince McMahon did?
He did buy it.
I think he did. I don't know what he did with it. I don't know if he was going to try to relaunch it or what. But evidently him and Vince McMahon still do business. And, I mean, the WWE show SmackDown was named after The Rock. It would be awesome because it would get him back into it to a certain degree. Like, he would be the face of the company. He would use himself to sell it, which would work well because he's super famous. And without that, I don't think you're going to see a lot of The Rock on TV anymore, on WWE TV anyway.
All right, I got it fixed.
That was it.
And, he's got the money where he could do it. And with his wrestling background, I think he would probably make it where people would want to start watching wrestling again.
Yeah, I mean, that's how he got his start, and look how freaking famous he is now. I got to check my 3D print. Me and you both got back into 3D printing again. You had a little bit of a catastrophe.
Oh, yeah.
That you overcame.
It ended up not even being a catastrophe.
But then you had the power supply issue, but then you had the...
Well, I thought all my power supplies had burned up. There was a surge at the house, and we lost a lot of electronics. So I got new power supplies to replace everything, and I replaced the first one. It still didn't work. And I was like, what in the crap? So I got to looking around, and it was actually my surge protector that had burned out.
Wow.
So it's kind of a good thing. I mean, a $30 surge protector compared to, I can't even remember what all I spent on power supplies. It was a couple $100.
Oh, Jesus. Can you send them back?
I can, but...
But then you had that filament disaster.
I've still got a filament issue. But I've made a dryer box now to store my stuff in.
Was it got too humid? Was that it?
And it ruined all your filament in my house, yeah.
I'm 3D printing a xenomorph right now for a coworker, Tim Lucas. He's big time into aliens. Which, there's another one coming out, isn't there?
I don't know.
I think there's always going to be an aliens coming out.
I think we talked about it last episode about a new alien coming out.
Let's go ahead and talk about... I had a list pulled up. So, speaking of horror movies, on bloodydisgusting.com, there's an article that says, horror movies we want to see or can't wait to see in 2023. I like rhymes, so let's dive into it. Megan. Let's talk about that.
The creep factor on this movie is going to be through the roof.
If the previews are any indication, yeah, this is like pretty creepy. And I mean, in fact, even when like on the previews, this little girl gets this doll. When I opened the box or whatever, like I don't know nothing about this movie other than
she didn't get a doll. The premise of the movie is her aunt, I think, it's either her aunt or her mother, is like really big into cybernetics and computers and robots. So she makes her this android, for no better use of a word, but
my point is, like,
to protect her.
Look at that picture right there. She's reading the kid a book. Like, even when that doll is not creepy and crazy,
it's still creepy.
It's a big nope for me.
Yeah.
Well, like, however she presented that doll to her, whether she opened it or opened the box, I'd have closed the box back and went, no, thank you. Yeah. That is some creepy looking shit. Like, she's already creepy. So when she gets creepy... Next, Candyland, January the 6th. Oh, by the way, I didn't say the release date. Megan is January the 6th.
Which was two days ago.
So it's in theaters now. A movie called Candyland, I haven't heard anything about.
I haven't either.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this.
No, but that's awesome. Candyland is about lot lizards.
The next one is Skinameric. January the 13th.
It looks like a Barbie doll nailed
to the wall. A viral horror hit arrives in theaters soon. It follows two kids that wake to find their father gone, so they create a slumber party and play old videotapes to cope. But it soon becomes clear that something is watching them. There's something wrong with the children, January 17th. I heard something about that. I don't know what's wrong with the children, but kids are already scary. Kids versus Aliens, January the 20th. That looks a real goosebumpy kind of vibe.
But it's weird because it's got the director from VHS 1 and 2.
Infinity Pool, January the 27th. Haven't heard of
God.
that. That does look scary, though. Knock at the Cabin, February 3rd. Now, I have heard of... I saw the preview to this.
I was reading a lot about it earlier because apparently Batista had made some comments about not caring if he was famous or not. And that's the reason he wanted to do this movie.
He's already getting praised for his performance in this. Oh, by the way, to take a little sidetrack, but it's still related to horror, I saw an advertisement for that. It's called Pennywise, the story of it. It's a documentary about it. That reminded me that you... What was the documentary coming out?
RoboCop. It's called RoboDoc. It's going to go through all the...
I like documentaries.
It's a documentary about them making RoboCop.
I watched a documentary about the Great Lakes the other day, and I was like, wow, I had no idea the Great Lakes were so fascinating.
That's kind of weird.
Well, the Great Lakes is the largest body of fresh water in the entire world. And 25% of all fresh water that we drink in the world comes from the Great Lakes.
Wow.
Underneath the Great Lakes, there's a salt mine that produces 35% of the world's salt. It's like a huge salt mine.
You want to go back and edit that out because you're getting too educational for this.
I just thought it was neat. I didn't know the Great Lakes were so cool. Like there's so
either.
much. Like Lake Superior, you could almost completely submerge the Empire State Building in it.
Oh wow!
It's the deepest body of water in the North American continent.
That's pretty massive.
They think the Great Lakes used to be salt water, and that's why there's such a huge salt mine up under it. And the Great Lakes, where one of them connects, is where you have Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
basically. I didn't know, and they did a little piece on Niagara Falls. Did you know because of erosion, the Niagara Falls recedes 3 feet per year?
I didn't think it was 3 feet. I thought it was less than
it's I think it's 600 feet further back than it was in 1901.
Oh wow! I've been to Niagara Falls.
Really?
Yeah.
I really want to go. Is it as epic? Is it?
Oh man, it was really cool. And one of the coolest things up there is my boy Tesla's got this big statue of him sitting in a chair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Tesla's your boy, huh?
Yeah, I love Tesla, man. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a lot of stuff that we. And if it hadn't been the war between him and Edison, we all have free power right now.
I heard that he was working on some stuff.
Well, he wasn't just working on it. He had it. Actually had it going, but
wasn't he trying to do wireless electricity?
Yep. Wireless free power.
Wow. If only we had that with internet. We got the wireless part, but we need the free. What was I talking about? Oh, it's also surprising to me how many people have been over Niagara Falls.
How many people in barrels? That used to be a thing.
In 1901, a woman went over to Niagara Falls in a barrel and lived.
Yep.
Like some have not lived. In fact, there was one guy that just went over Niagara Falls with nothing but his clothes on. He wasn't in any protection, and he lived.
He just jumped and just... Woo.
Then in 2017, he went back and went over Niagara Falls in this huge balloon, like this.
And he died?
And he died.
Yeah.
Like he had this huge protective bubble, and he died. But just without any protection at all, he lived. But
That's crazy.
They say it's like not a 1 in a million, but you're probably going to die if you go over the falls. It's 160 feet.
Probably.
And you land on jagged rocks.
Rocks, yeah.
So.
Yeah, the one thing we didn't get to do when we went to Niagara was the Lady of the Mist. Go on the boat, and they take you around underneath the falls and all that stuff. But there was a huge line. It was And you have to walk downstairs.
Is there like a museum or something there, or you just walk up and look at the falls? Like,
You just
hey, that's
walk
cool.
up. There's different points of the falls you can go to. One of the most popular is called, I think it's Turtle Point or something to that nature. But that's where basically the falls is, and you can stand there and look at it.
Do they have those things you put a quarter in and you can look through them like binoculars?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Sure they did.
Is there any mention of Superman 2?
No, none.
Well, that's a shame.
But you can look right across and see Canada.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
Really close to there.
Yeah.
Some of the Great Lakes, well, Ontario is in Canada.
Yeah.
Right. Next movie. I really look forward to this. Have you seen the advertisements for Cocaine Bear?
I have.
Oh my God.
I don't know if one of the guys I listened to on YouTube, I don't know if it was the Y-Files or Thought He Too, did the story on Cocaine Bear.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Like, some of this happened. A bear got into some cocaine that some drug dealers dropped. Like, I think they were getting apprehended by the cops, and they dropped their load of cocaine.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were going to crash and they dropped it. I don't know, but this bear got into it and just went on a killing rampage.
Which in the movie, not in the real story. The real story, the bear did so much cocaine, he walked like 10 foot and died.
Yeah, this is a lot more interesting than that.
Yes, a lot more.
But the movie looks terrifying and awesome. Their CGI looks really good, but man,
It seems like a stupid
very,
premise
very
to make a
brutal.
movie out.
I mean,
but at the same time, I'm really going to watch it.
February 24th, Cocaine Bear. The Outwaters, sometime in February to be determined.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Scream 6, March 10th.
Man, there's a lot of talk about this.
Scream 5 wasn't terrible.
I don't think I watched it.
It was pretty
I kinda
good.
quit
It was
watching
worth
Scream
watching.
after like 3, I think.
I just, I was
Because
expecting them to bring back,
Jason's in that picture.
well, that's not Jason. That's just people dressed up. It looks like a Halloween thing.
Yeah, I know. But
Well, we'll talk about Jason here in a second. Big shock, right? A movie called 65 is coming out March 17th. Sam Raimi. It's an original sci-fi thriller. Adam Driver. Wasn't that Kylo Ren?
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it is. It looks like him
A
in the picture.
suspenseful battle against dinosaurs. Okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in this movie just because of the name. Holy shit! Coming March 21st. Let's see if there's any kind of Lucas Rinker's bonkers black comedy sees an architect locked inside a portable toilet at a construction site set to detonate. Look for this wild ride to arrive only at Screambox.
Wow, they're making a movie about a guy being stuck in a shitter,
toilet called Holy Shit.
and the place is fixing to blow up.
What's that movie with Keanu Reeves where they can't
Speed.
yeah, they can't slow down or it'll explode?
Yeah.
This is a weird take on something like that. Family Dinner, March 28th. That looks very occultish.
It does.
Don't know anything about it. Inya's Men. That looks cultish as well. This is what surprised me. Living with Chucky, April the 4th. A new Chucky movie.
I've heard nothing about this.
That really surprises me because there's a Chucky TV show on they've had season 2.
Yeah.
I watched most of season 1 and it's pretty darn good.
I hadn't
It's
had
an
a chance to
interesting
watch
take on the Chucky franchise. But it surprises me that you would have a TV show out and release a movie at the same time. They usually do one or the other.
Yeah. And I'm kind of, I don't know how many's left on this, but I'm kind of surprised that.
Oh, whoa.
My
Okay,
movie
this
hadn't
is
come
a
out yet.
documentary. That's why. It celebrates the entire franchise, featuring interviews, cast and crews, including genre icons.
Genre icons, yeah.
It's going to be on Screenbox. There are a lot of documentaries coming out. Like I said, I'm on board. I like documentaries. But that explains why I thought that was a movie. I was like, what? A movie and a TV show? Renfield, April 14th. Know nothing about that.
Nothing.
The Black Demon, April 21st. That sounds scary. I don't like messing with them demons.
awakes the black demon.
A massive black shark hell-bent on protecting nature from human threats. Okay.
It's a killer shark.
I'm really looking forward to this next one.
Here we
Evil
go.
Dead Rise, April 21st.
That's actually in my notes. There's a new trailer out for it.
Yeah, you got Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi.
Oh, you got to scroll up, man. That picture's really creepy.
That is pretty freaky. Though they're both working behind the scenes on this.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your phone. And it looks like it's going to be terrifying. Okay, there's a little synopsis here if you want to hear it. Beth plays an overdue visit to her older sister, Ellie, who is raising 3 kids alone in a cramped LA apartment. The sisters' reunion is cut short by the discovery of a mysterious book deep in the bowels of Ellie's building, giving rise to the flesh-possessing demons and thrusting Beth into a battle for survival as she's faced with the most nightmarish version of motherhood imaginable. Directed by Lee Cronin, the fifth entry of the franchise was initially deemed for streaming, but will now head to theaters. So I guess Sam Raimi and
Bruce Campbell.
They helped write it. I know they were involved.
They were all behind the scenes.
Yeah. The Blackening, June. Oh, let me scroll back up. I did say the date. Evil Dead Rise is April 21st.
But I didn't know it was going straight to theaters. And that's kind of. I really thought it was going to be streaming since it's supposed to be a series.
No, there was an Evil Dead series.
Yeah, it was Ash versus the Evil Dead, but I thought they were doing this as a series too.
There's a movie called The Blackening coming out June 16th. Insidious 5. I don't think I saw Insidious 4.
I don't think I did either, but that picture's creepy too.
Well, that's from like part 1 or 2.
It could be from 2010.
That's the guy that plays Ed from The Conjuring. Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Wilson returns to the franchise not only to star but to direct. The fifth entry sees Josh Lambert dropping his son Dalton off at college, only to discover Dalton's past demons haven't entirely left him. Meg 2, The Trench.
Meg 1 was great.
Yeah, there's people still say that there's megalodons out there.
Oh yeah. There's people that claim they've got pictures of megalodons.
I've seen the pictures, but in today's technology, if I saw those pictures in the 90s, I would have been like, holy shit, there's megalodons. Yeah. But now you doubt everything, right? Because
got to.
Everything can be faked. The Last Voyage of Dementor, August 11th. Looks
Demeter.
like sorry. Looks like a ship. Haunted Mansion, August 11th. I've been to the Haunted Mansion in Disney World, and it was a blasty blast.
I haven't been to Disney World.
Kind of scary. I was a kid, but like fun scary, you know?
Yeah.
Like, haha, I'm scared, but I'm still going to laugh because this is fun. They Listen, August 25th. Not sure. The Nun 2, uh-oh.
I hadn't seen The Nun 1.
You can ask Alicia about that. I got her the...
Yeah.
She loves the Conjuring franchise as her favorite horror. So I got her a Funko Pop of The Nun, and she didn't like it. It is freaking scary.
Yeah, come to find out The Nun is like really terrifying.
Saw 10.
We had talked about this before.
I guess they're not done.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 5, December 20th. We got almost a year to wait, but it's going to be great. See if there's anything. Not much information here. No. Beau is Afraid. Okay. Consecration.
That
TBD.
looks pretty cool.
That last one was TBD as well. Cuckoo TBD. Don't know what that is.
What?
What'd I say? Cuckoo? Cuckoo.
That's really weird.
Dark Harvest to be determined.
That looks like it's going to be animated.
Maxine with 3 X's. That sounds...
Hey, it's Ty West again.
Okay, I got this one. Salem's Lot to be determined.
It's a remake of the original, I bet.
I know, but they're making a new Nosferatu movie. Is this because that's Nosferatu right there in this picture?
Yeah.
So is he in Salem's Lot?
Yeah, he's the premise of Salem's Lot on the vampire side.
So is there going to be both, or is this it?
I don't know.
I need to look that up. Shelby Oaks. That looks like a found footage thing.
It's paranormal investigators,
Oh,
including found footage elements. Good call.
yeah, thanks. Time cut, TBD,
This looks creepy.
and that's it. That was a lot of movies. I like going to Bloody Disgusting. They have like a lot of good
Yeah, I do too.
news. And before we get away from the horror thing, I was trying to Google to find out if there was at least any speculation to when the new Friday the 13th TV show was going to come out. It just says 2023 right now. But what I found interesting is there's actually a town called Crystal Lake in, where is it? Illinois? Yeah. Crystal Lake, Illinois. It's a real place. And I'm assuming there's a lake there called Crystal Lake. Did they come up with that from there? Is that where they got the idea? I mean, it's a pretty common name, I guess.
I don't know.
I just thought that was interesting. Don't worry, that's the only Friday the 13th stuff I got to talk about. Don't get me started because I could go on. I am preparing a complete Patreon episode that centers around Friday the 13th for our patrons. So new content is coming. There's a lot of new content coming for Patreon. You want to take a quick break and then we'll come back and talk about all the stuff you found in the news?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because you've still got a whole list and I've still got a partial list and we've already covered 30 minutes.
20 of that was you talk about the Great Lakes documentary, which was very
It's
interesting.
really good. It's on YouTube. I highly recommend it. Like, I didn't know I needed to know about the Great Lakes.
Yeah, I didn't either, but hearing you talk about it kind of makes me
I'm
wanna watch
I'm a
it.
fan of the Great Lakes now. Like, I want to go there and be like, man, these lakes are freaking great. That's how they got their name.
Yeah, let's take a quick break and
We'll be
refresh
back.
our drinks.
Go check out that Great Lakes documentary while we're refreshing our drinks.
A lot.
All right, we're back and we're joined live with Lonnie C. Ritter.
Lonnie C.
He's here to play some Dungeons and Dragons with us.
Yeah, what's everybody doing? What's this? Is this the first podcast of the year?
It is,
Awesome.
quite literally. What do you got in store for us tonight? Is it a surprise or a TPK or what?
No, it won't be a TPK.
Well, it's only two of us, so it can't really be a
It'll be a-
TPK.
We have
Yeah,
at least
HPK.
we have at least two NPCs though.
HPK.
I think we got three NPCs.
Right now, yeah, I've got three.
But we were just going over horror movies that are coming out in 2023.
Yeah, we forgot one.
And, well, technically we forgot two because Terrifier 3, they're making a part 3 to that.
No surprise. Part 2 made more money than any independent
Independently,
film
yeah.
ever has in the theaters.
So what is it?
Terrifier?
That the clown.
I guess I've seen it.
Really?
I hadn't
I don't
seen
watch
it.
a lot of horror movies though.
Well, it's an independent film, but it's making more money than non-independent films.
That's crazy.
And
I
what?
may have to watch it.
Art the
Disney
Clown,
films
that's
are
his
usually
name.
better.
Let me
The
show you the
wrestler.
picture. You've seen it. My Xenomorph's printing good still.
What's that wrestler who's got the pod?
Jericho?
Is on the second
That
one, Terrifier 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I haven't
we
seen
also,
part 2 yet, but I'm definitely going to.
Last of Us is coming out, I think, on the 15th.
Sometime this month.
I've never watched any of that.
Well,
It's new.
It's new, brand
It's based
new.
on a video game.
I've been hearing about Last of Us for a long time.
It's the video
Oh,
game.
because of the game. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Resident Evil and Walking Dead mixed, sort of.
Walking Dead finally ended for real.
I was just telling him I
I thought
started
it
the
ended
new
like
season.
months ago.
Well,
but
now
they
there's so
did
many
22
spin-offs
episodes.
coming off of it.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's God, man.
I can't even keep up with all the spin-offs.
Crazy.
I mean, there were so many. They've already started showing. It may be over by now. They started a little anthology series. Because I noticed Terry Crews was going to be in one of the anthology episodes of The Walking Dead.
We talked about Black Adam last episode,
Yeah.
and I read another article today. They can't make up their mind whether or not that movie was successful or not. They're back and forth. Like, y'all read one article that says it did great, then another one that said that it was horrible. I think there's two sides, and each side has its own agenda.
One of the wrestling sites I'm on said that just like today or yesterday, that The Rock actually started unfollowing on Twitter like Black Adam and all the DC stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so that
I've
he had
got
unfollowed all of it today or yesterday. Or
I had some
something
news
like
about
so.
that too.
There's evidently some hurt feelings because The Rock had set up a whole long-term plan
He had
for
a 3-year.
Yeah, there was going to be a big Black Adam v Superman, which could have which I liked Batman v Superman. I'm one of those weirdos that thought it was a good movie, but that could have been kind of a reboot for the v Superman thing, to kind of maybe a redo of sorts.
Well, now they're saying that Henry Cavill has decided he's going to play Superman again.
But now he's not again.
And now he's not. And then it was even yesterday.
What was that?
Today I was reading that he's going to be in the new Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw movies.
Yeah, they announced that a while back.
But you were just talking about The Rock. It's rumored, since he's getting out of the DC universe now, that he's going into Star Wars.
I think he would make a good Star Wars villain.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he can't be he might be some type of ancient Mandalorian or something.
Well, it didn't really say what he was going into.
Him playing like a Jedi or anything like that.
No, he's too buff to wear the Mandalorian suit, though,
But
If
you go back to the ancient Mandalorians, it was more almost like D&D, like our D&D sessions. It was like armor, it was more like full plate armor,
rather than a
stuff
sci-fi
like
suit.
that, rather than a sci-fi. But I said I couldn't see him playing a Jedi. But then, if you would have told me 10 years before Samuel Jackson ever played a Jedi,
Mace Windu.
I'd have never thought, that Mace Windu would be Samuel Jackson. I'd have never thought that. He did a good job.
It's been announced that there's going to be a Peacemaker 2, season 2, but they have not confirmed a release date. They've just been kind of teasing it. What's his name? Well, that was James Gunn too.
Yeah, that's James Gunn.
And John Cena were doing press for something, and they were asked about Peacemaker season 2, and they were like, "Do you want to taste it? Do you really, really want to taste it?" Like in the song.
Like this song.
And he's like, "Yeah, there'll definitely be a season 2."
Well, another thing I've read just in the last couple of days was that DC was, how everything Marvel pretty much has to go through Kevin Feige,
Oh yeah.
And they're saying that James Gunn is going to be that guy for DC now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everything's supposed to go through James Gunn.
Yeah.
And also,
which means he did a good freaking job on Peacemaker when they said, "Here's the keys to DC."
Yeah.
This tied in with the Flash series. The last season of the Flash is coming out too soon, and they've already did a crossover with the movie Flash.
Well, there's
And
actually more
now they're
Flash
supposed to do
news right now because Warner Brothers is reportedly open to keeping Ezra Miller in the role of the Flash.
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's even gonna play the Flash in the series. He's even gonna do another cameo. He did a cameo last season. I think.
Apparently, since he's been on his new mental health meds, and he's going to get help and treatment and stuff.
Actually, they.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Huh?
They instead of he.
Since they have been doing their treatments and meds and hadn't given any more trouble, that Warner Brothers had a meeting with him and talked about him staying on.
But I had also
For the
heard they had
next.
filmed so much of the Flash movie.
I mean, how bad do you have to mess up to get forgiven?
Get fired.
Well, they said they were never going to work with them again, ever, at one point, because of all the. I mean, it was just a shit show in the news, and
Yeah.
Oh, it
it was a headline after headline after like bad problems.
He kidnapped somebody. He threatened somebody.
Attacked people.
Started a cult.
It almost got to the point where it's like I didn't even read the headlines anymore because nothing would surprise me.
Yeah. You just read the headline. You wouldn't even read the story.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they worked with them in the future.
But they're supposed to be doing another cameo
Yeah.
with him for the Flash series.
Going with this article I just read.
So I had heard that.
I mean, I
too,
get that
but I
they
was
have to
thinking,
release
okay,
the
they're
movie.
going.
They've got not probably billions, but hundreds of millions
thousands, yeah.
tied up in the movie. They've got to release it. It's done. But working with Ezra Miller in the future,
But
I would be surprised to
you
see
gotta
that.
watch what you read too, because I also read like where Amber Heard is still supposed to be in Aquaman 2.
I think she is. They just really, really reduced her.
They reduced
Oh, okay.
the
They
amount
trimmed down her.
on-screen presence.
Yeah, they cut it way, way down.
See, that's one of the things is like, okay, I get it. Okay, you got Black Adam that just come out, and it wasn't that great of a movie.
I liked it.
I liked it. I
Or
really
that's
thought
what
it
I
was
mean.
good.
Critic wise, it wasn't that great of a movie.
Have
But
you seen
what
it?
you also have to think is like, okay, maybe it wasn't, but the Black Adam character, give him a chance to work with like Aquaman, with like Joe Manganiello and Aquaman, and it was.
Joe Manganiello.
No, sorry, Joe Manganiello's playing Deathstroke.
Jason
right?
Mimosa.
But Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah, I always say that on purpose because it's
Jesse
funny.
Mimosa.
You done turned him into a champagne drink.
A drink.
But like people like that, if you give them a chance to work together, they may be like really good and have good chemistry. You know, it may have just been like just because Black Adam wasn't a great movie doesn't mean that that he won't fit in the universe.
Yeah, but it's all about that almighty dollar, man. If they can't make
And it is a
Well, dude,
reasonable profit.
The first Aquaman movie made $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly that they're just going to walk away from that. I mean, take the parts that work and keep them, and the parts that don't, it's awesome. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's talk about The Witcher for a minute. According to this article from comicbook.com, The Witcher showrunner promises season 3 will be closer to the books. I found that ironic because it's heavily rumored that that's why Henry Cavill left The Witcher. It's because it's so, like, his character was so far removed from the source material. And the reports were that he was constantly, like, trying to change that.
Well, the big thing on the Witcher spinoff series was that they changed the origins of how the Witcher got started, and I liked it. I mean, just watching it, and I
thought
don't
it was
know enough
pretty
about
good.
the lore.
I didn't either.
I
talking
don't
about
know
the
enough
prequel?
about Witcher lore. Yeah, that prequel.
I've only watched one episode.
But one of the reasons that everybody didn't like that, so many people didn't like it, was because it changed the origins of how the Witchers themselves got started.
Well, I talked to Shane about that because
And-
Shane's huge into the Witcher lore, and he was telling me that there's not in the games and the books. It really doesn't talk about it a whole lot. It just does little clips every once in a while, so to speak.
Yeah.
On the how they became Witchers. So I
thought
know.
the show was good. I mean, it wasn't like the best, but
now, isn't this season still going to have Henry Cavill in it, though?
This one will
be his last
the third
one.
one. That's what
And then
So season 4 will be the new guy.
it'd be with Liam Hemsworth.
And I'm gonna give it a chance.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
Well,
I would say if you're gonna do that, just stop with the
That storyline.
Geralt character and go to somebody else. I mean, it's not like he's the only Witcher.
Yeah, there's other Witchers.
Even if you change the lore again, but that's still gonna make fans mad. So
Oh yeah, you're not
you know.
gonna.
I mean, it's the same as any fan base that's real passionate, like whether it's Star Wars or Marvel or
That's
DC
called a fandom. Yeah, because they're
Any of them
fanatics.
that's passionate about it, they're gonna
Oh,
find
yeah.
something wrong with any of it. You know.
Well, I mean, we do all that too.
I do to an extent. Like
Mark
it doesn't
does it.
bother me when they change Star Wars. Just I love Star Wars.
Well, dude, there's
as long
so
as they're
much
putting
to
out-
work with in Star Wars.
Yeah. Now it did make me mad that I read like, 20 something Star Wars books that all of a sudden wasn't canon anymore.
Yeah.
Now that when it first happened, that kind of made me mad. I was a little bit upset over that. But now they still come out with the books and it's just legends. It's just legends. It's not what really happened. This is just a legend of what happened.
Speaking of books, I've got 6 hours left on Vampires of the Mist. Vampire of the Mist. The other Strahd book. That
You
ties
liking it?
Love it.
I'm enjoying it.
I loved
thought
it.
I thought it was.
I loved Ostrad, and this is a much longer book than Ostrad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good.
I liked it better than Ostrad. Ostrad was written as just like not really a short story.
It's a
but
memoir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still hadn't got to either of them.
You'll like it. I would definitely do Ostrad first.
I just finished book 3 of the Bob verse.
Well,
and
Ostrad is
man,
almost it's like Fire and Blood, like Game of Thrones Fire and Blood.
Well, I don't want to
history.
spoil anything because we're fixing to do Curse of Strahd fairly soon, and I don't want to get any spoilers. But I do like the fact that I'm getting more familiar with what we're dealing with. Like I feel like I know more about that
lore
universe
has
now.
changed between those books and now. The main lore is still kind of the same, but the lore itself has, because I walked into when I actually played Curse of Strahd, like I walked into that group and I had read all the books by then, but I still didn't know anything about what was going on.
Yeah.
When I walked in the first time.
And what makes Strahd such an interesting character is because one minute you're like, oh, well, he's a bad guy, and then the next minute you're like, oh, well, he's just a victim of circumstance. And then you're like, the next minute you're like, oh, well, he did this to himself. It's his own fault. Then the next minute, like you go back and forth, like you can't decide if you don't like him or you do like him.
Yeah. In
'Cause-
Ostrad, he's kind of a neutral guy. In Vampire in the Mist, he's kind of the bad guy. But then in the next book, Night of the Black Rose, he's the good guy. And you're like, oh, man, do I like him? Do I not like him?
So
Now, I will tell you in the game, you're not going to like him.
well, yeah, he's going to be trying to kill us, I'm
you
assuming.
know.
I mean, he's the big bad in that game. That I do know.
Without any spoilers, you know how in our games right now, a dice roll can change the whole game.
Yeah.
Good dice rolls or bad dice rolls. Well, Curse of Strahd, the entire campaign, when somewhere early on in the game, you can do the card readings, and I've got the card deck, and we'll do the card readings, and you'll know what I mean
When I was looking for Christmas presents to buy you, I asked you if you had that deck.
Yeah. And I had bought it when
you
I
already had
decided
it.
to run it.
But it's basically like tarot cards, but you can like incorporate it into
what campaign I run. Basically, they determine how you guys campaign.
What's it called?
The Taroka deck.
Taroka, yeah.
Yeah. And they're not really tarot cards. They're a lot different from tarot cards.
Well, you can do a tarot reading with a deck of playing cards.
If
You can do this one with
what
they've
you're
got the
doing.
rules.
Well, there's
on
4
these.
suits and there's 52 cards. Just
Yeah.
like
They've got the rules on to do these with a regular deck of cards too. But that Taroka deck was only $10, and I ordered it a long time ago. But it changes the whole way the game's played. That's why I actually ran through Curse of Strahd twice as a player. Because the game was completely different the second go around.
Every
because
time
of
you
the
played, it's
reading.
different.
do you think that's going to inform you better as a tool to DM it better?
Oh, yeah,
that you've been
definitely,
through it
definitely.
as a player, and then
And
now
I've
you're going to be
watched
you're on the other
full-
side of the DM screen.
Yeah, and I've watched 2 full campaigns on it.
Wow.
On YouTube, and then
I'm looking forward to it, and what I have in mind, because of what I've heard about it from you and other people, is that I'm not going to roll up more than one character, but I'm going to have like 3 characters written.
have your ideas,
Because
backstory, that kind of stuff.
The chances of you starting that campaign and ending it with the same character is not impossible, but highly unlikely, from what I've heard.
Well, we had one that started out first session and went all the way through it with his character, and then there was one that had started when we were about probably 2 months in, that finished with the character he rolled up. Everybody else had changed characters at least once. And it's not that it's not. It doesn't really matter, and it's all based on your DM too. And it's not that Stride. It's not that it's made just to kill you, but it's so simple to walk into somewhere that you wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, without. We haven't had any character deaths, any permanent character deaths since we've been.
Are you
playing.
going to do as far as levels? Are you going to do legacy, or are we going to have experience points on that? Or have you decided it? Not legacy.
Milestone. I haven't decided. Probably milestone because it's easier.
It's easier on the DM for sure.
Well, it's just
because you don't have different people at different levels at different times.
If y'all are going in here and you need to be 6th level before you get there, it's so much easier for me to go.
I can see where it's easier for the whole party to be at the same level. Like, you don't want a level 1 character and a level 3 character and 4 level 10 characters.
Yeah.
Because either the level 10 characters are going to be bored shitless, or the level 1 and 3 characters are going to die.
Well, even if we did experience points levels, it would be a party-based experience points.
Yeah.
Everybody would end up with the same amount.
That's kind of what we've always done it in the past when we did experience points.
And it would be party-based. Used to, I would always do party-based, and then if somebody did any extra role-playing or something, I would give them bonus XP.
Yeah.
So one person, and then it usually equaled out most of the time. But now they have inspiration. So I can give inspiration for good, and I always forget to do it. And you guys, some of y'all got them. And
I've got one.
You forget
I've
to
been,
use them.
I've been hoarding it.
So,
I'm hanging on to that like we had that.
But I forget to do.
Well, like we had our Hail Mary that we finally had to use.
Forgets to do inspiration. So.
Speaking of D&D, I want to hurry up and get to our thing, but I don't want to rush off of the show. Let's go through the rest of your.
Well, I don't have
notes
two more
quick.
things because I've been incorporating it.
Hit me.
Nicolas Cage isn't returning as the voice of Spider-Man Noir in the new Spider-Verse.
That sucks, but I'm still looking forward to that.
Oh,
That's probably like probably not the best. Probably like definitely in my top 3, maybe number 2 favorite animated movie.
Yeah, Flashpoint's up there for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. Batman Year One. That's a really good one. That's like my top 5 right there.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I read that, and he didn't really give any reason why.
Well, he's got that new movie too coming out with Dracula and Renfield.
Yeah,
that looks really. I mean, his overacting in that is going to be perfect for that role, I think.
If you've never watched any episodes of Community, everybody needs to watch the one episode where Abed took a class on Nicolas Cage
to see if he was a good actor or not.
And the name of the class was Nicolas Cage, Good or Bad.
Yeah.
And he was trying to figure out if Nicolas Cage was a good actor or a bad actor because he's had so many great movies and so many bad ones. And he literally went insane trying to figure it out.
And the girl that's on Walking Dead, Talking Dead all the time. What's her name?
Nicole.
Yvette Brown.
Yeah.
She's in the show.
She does on there. She's like, well, maybe if I did 30 movies a year at different volumes of my voice, maybe I could win an Emmy or an Oscar or something.
We've announced it on here before, but they're doing a Community movie.
That's going to be very interesting.
Which is going to wrap up the whole 6 seasons in a movie hashtag that they had going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. That'll be.
I love Community for obvious reasons. It's a great show. What do you got next?
Only other news I've got is talk about Jeremy Renner's accident.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye. What happened? I heard about that, but I don't know what happened.
Okay,
he posted some pictures from the hospital.
He's just in his little town that he lives in. He's like really, really active in like everybody's lives. Does whatever he can to help and just all this stuff. Well, he's got this big snow plow, and he was out snow plowing the streets, the roads. And he got out to help somebody that was on the side of the road. And when he did, something malfunctioned in his snow plow, and it ran over him.
Oh, crap.
Jesus. That don't sound good.
No. But so they had to get a helicopter out there. So it took a while for the
because
of the weather. Mm-hmm. And he was in ICU, like touch and go. He lives.
That should be way up north somewhere. Is he Canadian?
No. He's in the U.S. And I was reading the article about it, and I cannot remember where he's from now. I don't remember if it was California or Oregon.
You need a real pop culture sticker on your laptop.
But
I just noticed that. Sorry.
yeah, he's doing a lot better now. He's
That's good.
not really out of the woods yet, but he's no longer like on death's door.
Yeah, I saw one of the headlines on Yahoo News was he had posted a selfie from the hospital, so I knew he was not in too bad a shape, but I didn't know the details on what happened or anything.
Yeah, I was reading that article the other day because I just popped up and I was like, holy crap.
Clint, you probably don't like Yellowstone or have ever watched it, have you?
I haven't watched it yet, so
I think you would like it. I can't imagine anybody that wouldn't like it.
It's pretty good. The prequel so far is better than
I liked 1883 as much, but I like Westerns.
I do too.
I do.
Well, then watch 1883 first because it's the prequel anyway. So
I
watch.
got into,
So watch 1883 and then start
I
watching
got
Yellowstone.
really into Deadwood back when it was on HBO.
Never saw it.
good.
Deadwood was a good show, though.
Westworld was good too.
Yeah,
I got lost on Westworld after the first season. I enjoyed the first season.
I watched the
much going
second
on.
and the third, I think, and then was there a fourth? I think there was.
I think there's a fourth out now, or there's something coming out now.
I don't know. I think I heard they pulled Westworld from HBO Max, but that doesn't mean the show's canceled. All right, well,
For my notes, that's it.
I guess we're at the end of the show. This is episode 192.
We're about to finish off since we're going to play in D&D now. We're probably 12 to 14 sessions away from finishing Tomb of Annihilation.
So with
The
us,
Tomb of
that's like
Annihilation. Welcome
7
to the
weeks, roughly.
jungle.
Probably 6-7 weeks if everything, if we get to play both nights and on time and stuff. I feel like we're probably, and it may be less than that. It's just according to how fast we go with these sessions.
Would
from
you know
now
us?
on.
Sometimes we go too fast. Sometimes we don't go fast enough.
Yeah.
So
Well, we do a decent pace. I would like for us to slow down a little bit, and we will on Curse of Strahd because there's
Well, the only problem
almost have to.
with slowing down in our campaign is we've been in
jolt.
Cholt for like almost a year.
yeah,
And
Well,
and we're racing against the
what I
clock
mean- what I
to
mean by slowing
resolve
down is
the
not-
problem.
What I mean by slowing down is not slowing down the time of the game, slowing down how fast we play it, kind of.
I got you.
More so than, and we've done a good pace on this. I mean, I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah,
Now,
I know.
we rushed through.
In past ones, we'd get
We
too
rushed
far
through
ahead of you.
Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but that was because of me. That was because I let us rush through that. I kind of rushed us through that because I didn't like that. It's not that it's a bad campaign. It just doesn't fit for our group.
Yeah.
That type of campaign. Just
I really
doesn't fit.
enjoyed that campaign.
We talked about our. Did you listen to the last episode?
I haven't yet.
We talked about our Christmas campaign that we did that we really liked.
Yeah, and I added that. To
And
this one,
only
that
in the
was good.
Feywild could you pull that off, and it makes sense and be cool.
Yeah, it made sense, and it fit with our campaign. It was
Yeah,
still
it
canon
did.
for our campaign.
It did.
You know,
Where did you find that module?
I just made that up as I went.
You made that
Wow.
up?
Yeah. I mean,
Dude, you
I
should-
didn't make up the creatures. I
You should
pulled them
write
from
and sell
somewhere else,
modules
but-
like that. People do
but,
that.
I made that. Well, I don't want to get into it because it'd take up another hour of podcast
Yeah.
time. But there's a brand new thing that just come out about D&D.
Oh, the
and their
licensing stuff? Yeah.
Open game licensing. They're changing that. When you say, when you always ask how do they get by with that? Well, there's open game license. That's how they get by with doing stuff without paying Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
now
all
we're gonna
over
have-
with.
Yep.
Oh.
Like if you put out, if you make less than, and it's the cap
30,000?
right now. No, it's like 700 and something thousand.
Jesus.
If you make like less than, it's a crazy amount right now. But
Well, just make it copyright friendly and say this is a role playing game setting that I'm
Well, you
selling.
can still do
Don't
that.
call it Dungeons and
You
Dragons.
just can't do anything
but
that Dungeons and they've only got a
just
few of the monsters.
stay away from
copywritten.
using the
You can't
official
say
licensed stuff.
Beholder,
Yeah.
because that was the original license that they got. Was for the
Metallica
monsters.
has a song called "The Eye of the Beholder."
Yeah. You can't say Beholder. You
think
can't
they
say
were into
Dungeons and
D&D?
Dragons. Because, when TSR bought out
They don't have time.
Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, they got rid of Gary Gygax.
Yeah.
And he went off and created his own. And it was close, and the letters were D&D, even though it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. And they did a cease and desist, and he had to stop with his. And it never caught on. They said it never really caught on. But anyway, there's a whole new thing going on about the licenses. And the ones it's going to really affect will be like big time guys like Critical Role and like
Sunday, Funday.
well, there's some pretty big name what they
Matthew-
call five. it's
Matthew Lillard's company.
Well, he pays for it anyway.
Yeah.
he works through D&D, and if you post anything on DM's Guild, you automatically Wizards of the Coast gets 50% of your profit, and that's how you do that. But it's download material, so you create something, you upload it. Anytime anybody downloads it for $40, you're going to get 20 out of it. So it doesn't really matter.
Dude, you really need to
I mean,
start,
There's so much content out there,
because there's a lot of
you
your
know.
campaigns that you've done.
I really
for
thought
us.
that was a module that you purchased.
No. I do purchase a lot, and I tweak them. I tweak all the modules
Oh, yeah.
to make them work together and make them fit your.
Well, you
characters
almost
and
have
stuff.
to if you're
And any
doing a
yeah.
huge campaign and you're incorporating a module into that campaign. You got to make it. You got to shape it towards
Yeah.
what's going on. Otherwise, it would feel out of place. But more importantly, I really want to play towards as we're reaching the end. I want to play Eye of the Beholder.
Do it.
We're talking over it, so we won't get in
Do
trouble.
it.
Is from what I understand from laws and stuff.
I mean, it ain't like they can get us for anything.
We're such small
get
potatoes. Nobody
anything
gives a
out of
damn
us.
what we do.
Well, what they do if we're talking over it, then they won't. The algorithms may not be able to find the song.
Well, there's a certain law about commentary. Like, for example, and the reason they have this law is like, let's say me and you met up at a restaurant, and we're doing a podcast, or any kind of recorded,
And there's a music song.
and there's
playing
music in the background.
Yeah.
You can't help that. You can't say, hey, y'all stop playing that song, we'll get in trouble. So it's kind of like along those lines. But there's such a huge gray area in podcasts. And basically, unless you're freaking Joe Rogan, I mean, who's going to mess with us?
I mean, they're going to come after you. Even if they come after you, they can only take a percent of your
Well,
money.
If we played a Metallica
Percent of our
song,
money.
how much money did Metallica lose?
Yeah.
That and
Like, really?
what they'll do first is they'll order a cease and desist and tell you to take it down.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be
Or edit
such
it
good
out.
publicity for
So
us.
it would be a 5-minute.
I would frame that cease and
Yeah,
desist
so-
order and put it on the wall here in the studio.
That'd be hilarious.
Like, here's our first ever cease and desist
Oh, yeah.
order.
We get like 10,000 more views and shit and listens, and that's why it's like, whoa. Hell, we're calling up places and telling them, hey, man, they gave us a cease and desist letter. We're calling every form of media we know.
There was a story that broke. It's been a few years now. There was a Metallica cover band that one of Metallica's lawyers sent them a cease and desist, and Metallica found out about it and fired them
The lawyers?
and apologized to the
Wow.
band because they were like, we started out as a cover band or started out doing covers, so we're perfectly happy
Exactly.
with y'all doing our covers. So that wasn't us. That was our lawyers being lawyers. It wasn't us being greedy or whatever. No matter what you think about the Napster thing. All right, well, let's wrap this bad boy up and play some D&D
Let's do it.
like some big old badasses. Thanks for listening to Real Pop Culture, episode 192. We're so close to 200.
8 away.
We've been broadcasting live from high atop the first and only floor of the Killj headquarters at the Killj Ranch. Love you, bye.
Love you, mean it.
See, crest out.